All right. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I apologize with the technical glitches, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is get started with a chapter in the book. So let me tell you why I wrote this book. You know, I'll be turning 50 in about 44 days. And I started writing this project. I started writing last summer. When you get to a certain age, you start to self-reflect and you want to share that wisdom with others. And that's really what this book is about. And I've been doing personal coaching for a long time. It started off with weight loss, and then it evolved to more life coaching and mindset coaching. And I learned to really use my own challenges to help others. When in the past, I had been more prone to really hold it inside and carry this image and wear this mask. But then I realized that sharing my own story was very crucial in helping others, especially as a doctor. And when you're in that place, you tend to hide and not really want to be vulnerable and really share who you are. So I just want to share bits and pieces of the book that'll be coming up in July. So thanks for showing up, and I really hope that this will serve you in some way. So I'm going to start off with reading a chapter in my book, okay? So I'm going to look over here because the book is over here. But I'm going to start with this, and then we're going to have a conversation based on that. So this is from chapter 3, and the title of this chapter is Forgive Yourself First. It wasn't until I learned to forgive myself that I was able to heal. And it wasn't until I began to heal that I was able to forgive others. I've had my share of regret, shame, guilt, resentment, and anger towards myself. I know what it's like to be my own worst enemy. Admittedly, I've made many mistakes. I frequently repeated the same mistakes over and over again. Mistakes in my finances, mistakes in my health, and mostly mistakes in my relationships. But while I was supportive and forgiving of others, I was quick to sabotage and put down my own efforts. I was my own worst critic. This is probably the hardest chapter I had to write because I had to admit things I'm ashamed of, things I wish I knew before, things I'm still in the process of forgiving. For many years, I mastered the art of hiding my shame, anger, and guilt. I was good at acting like I had it all together. I wore my mask, and I wore it very well. And from the outside looking in, I was seemingly doing well. I got good grades, kept a job, drove a nice car, traveled the world, and wore nice clothes. But deep down inside, I was broken. So just give me a wave or a comment if this is something you can relate and you spent so much time blaming others or looking outside of yourself to feel better. So let me just give you a little bit more background. This really started when I was trying to lose weight. I had gained over 70 pounds. I was very unhappy. I was very depressed. And I was going through a lot of emotions that nobody knew that I was going through. And that's where this book came from. It came from that evolution and that growth that I achieved from being where I am today. And I want to share this story to help others because as I coach others, I realize that others have been going through similar things. Now, again, I'm 49, and some people hit this point younger. Some people hit this point older. So that doesn't matter. But I'm hoping that my story can help you reach it sooner than later. So forgiving yourself first is really looking in the mirror and saying, you know what, I'm going to be accountable for my actions. I'm going to be accountable for my mistakes because we easily want to blame others. And that is the first step to healing. And sometimes we want to do that because, you know, when we want to heal, we think more money will heal us. We think the right relationship will heal us. But in truth, being able to forgive ourselves, being able to look at who we are from the inside is what will help us forgive ourselves. So, you know, this is really what this is about. And that's really what I want to share in these lives is just really just give you some background of why I wrote these chapters, because it's very powerful when, you know, you can look in the mirror and say that. So I'm going to give you an assignment for those who are listening. Grab a mirror, and if you have a mirror in front of you, look at it now, or use your cell phone. Well, maybe you can't use your cell phone right now, but grab a mirror and look in that mirror and say, I forgive you. And what do you want to forgive yourself for? Are you being hard on yourself? Are you telling yourself lies about yourself? Like, do you tell yourself that you're unworthy? Do you tell yourself that you're unattractive? Do you tell yourself that you're not good enough? And as we go in future lives, we're going to go deeper into where those thoughts come from. But first, we have to be okay with not being where we are today. We got to be okay with not being the person that we hope to be, because we are that person. But sometimes we get so distracted by what other people think of us, or we get distracted with pleasing others. And that's what trap I fell into. I realized I had spent so much energy in making so many other people happy and making so many other people feel comfortable that I neglected what I needed to do. I end up getting ill. I end up having some financial issues. I end up having relationship issues, you name it. And it all comes from not being able to love and forgive myself. So just think about it. I'm not going to go on very long tonight, but I just want to give you little nuggets to think about and why you should forgive yourself first. And my book will address how to do that. And it turned to be a real spiritual journey. And I could go on and on. I could talk to you about this all day. But just realize, I want you to look inside and realize that the solution is there. The answer is there. But we just got to stop looking outside, looking answers from other people, looking for answers from coworkers or relatives, and really realize that the answer is within us. And it starts with forgiving ourselves, because it's hard to love ourselves if we can't forgive ourselves. And it's hard to forgive others if we can't forgive ourselves. So this really helps you to let go of blaming or wanting revenge from others. And sometimes when we want to forgive others, it lets go of that need for revenge, because there's a lot of people out there that hurt us. And we spend so much time wanting them to come to us and say, you know what, I was wrong. But when you forgive yourself, you're able to let go of that need for someone else to recognize how they hurt you. Because trust me, I've had a lot of people hurt me in my life, but I've been able to go beyond that because of that ability to forgive. So I really hope this was helpful. Again, this is just a little preview to Freedom in Chains. This is day 44 of 50. Again, pre-order is available at freedominchainsbook.com. And just stay posted. I'm going to go live every Wednesday at 7:22. And that's the day of my birthday. So that's why I'm using the timing of the live is 7:22, July 22nd. And the book is also available for 1971, which is the year I was born. And again, sorry about the little complication in the beginning, but I will get it. But I really feel like I want to just step out my comfort zone and really share little aspects of this book every Wednesday at 7:22. So for those who join, I really appreciate you spending this time with me. And join me next Wednesday. And please share your comments, questions, because I would love to address them in future lives. So thank you again, and have a wonderful evening. freedominchainsbook.com. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and I will see you next week. You take care, everybody. Goodbye.